Hey guys, Kirk Henske here with Fit for Life Personal Training, located in Court 1 Athletic Clubs here in Okemos and Lansing, Michigan. Today's video I'm going to go into overtraining, what overtraining is, how do you know if you're going to overtrain, and a little bit about the rest and recovery process. Alright, so what is overtraining? Overtraining basically means that the amount of physical activity that you put in daily exceeds the total amount of rest that you have daily. Let's break this down into anatomy here a little bit. The smallest point of the muscle head is the sarcomere. And the guy, there's literally millions of these guys. And inside the sarcomere, there's 3 actin, 2 myosin protein filaments. What these do, and they cross over each other. Cross bridges hold these together. When we lift, we pull these apart, breaking those cross bridges, causing little micro tears in the body. You feel that blood pump, you feel alive when you're at the gym. That's what's causing that, those little micro tears. When we lift, we pull the actin and myosin protein filaments apart. Now, resting and the recovery after the workout, that's when the protein and actin myosin filaments are allowed to grow back together to the point of origin, and they grow longer, which basically means you're making the sarcomere longer, the head of the muscle longer, making you stronger. What happens if you don't allow this to happen? Let's say you go back to the gym too soon, you get back at it too soon, and the actin and myosin aren't back at their origin. Well, what happens, guys, is the protein filaments, they digress to a weaker stage, and they connect somewhere else, in essence shortening the muscle, making you weaker. So guys, you don't grow at the gym. You grow when you rest. You grow in the recovery process. There's four parts of the equation: your strength training, your cardio, your diet and nutrition, and your rest, and they're all weighed out equally. So you have to properly split time up among these to successfully drive your body forward to a better you. Now, how long? How do you know if you're not resting long enough or if you're about to be overtrained? Well, guys, that's hard for me to tell you. Everyone is unique. It's like a thumbprint. Everybody is unique, and it's a mind-body connection. And over time, you're going to make mistakes in the gym. You're going to get it wrong. There's been times where even I've probably overtrained for a while. But there's that mind-body connection, and you have to learn it. And your body will give you signs. It's like a language, guys, and your body will give you signs telling you, signaling that, hey, whoa, slow down. You're going too much. You're working out too hard. I need to rest. It's too much. And guys, there's a fine line in that, and it's great to be at the gym and pushing yourself and realizing that, yeah, I got to squeeze out these 1 or 2 last reps. That's great. But going back there every day and pushing yourself over and over might be too much. So listen to that mind and body connection, guys. Some signs of this: if you're going to the gym and you just feel weak, you don't feel alive, you don't feel like you have the energy, you're not motivated. I mean, part of that could be you're being lazy. But the other aspect is you could be overtraining. Your body could be trying to tell you something. And so maybe that's when you take a day off, take a day of rest, realize, hey, I need some time to recover, and get that mind-body connection going, guys. Let's be smart about this, know where we're going, know the goals and how to get there. So guys, again, guys, you grow out of the gym, not in the gym. I can work out all day long, not going to make me any bigger if I don't actively put time into resting, to recovering, guys. And part of this is even icing and heating the body, which a lot of people don't know when to do which. So when should you ice, when should you heat? Use heat, guys, before working out. When you're getting ready to warm those muscles up and go and get and drive towards a better you at the gym, use heat. Get in the sauna, maybe jump in the hot tub for a second. Warm those muscles up before working out. After you work out, that's when you ice. That's when you apply ice. Elevate it. The rice factor, guys. Rest, ice, elevation, and compression. Said those wrong in the wrong order. But rice is rest, ice, compression, and elevation. All of those factors go into healing the body appropriately. So guys, do your best, learn the mind-body connection. Remember that growth doesn't happen at the gym. You have to rest. Let the actin and myosin protein filaments come back together to the origin. Allow those to heal in order to see muscle growth. If you have any questions about anything that I just said, or you have suggestions or ideas for new videos, please email me at trainingwithkirk@yahoo.com, guys. I'll do my best to answer your questions. Also, check out my website at ubfitforlife.com. I got tips. My past videos are up there. Also, contact information if you want to get a hold of me to train. Other than that, guys, get fit, rest, recover, grow, and get better, guys.